giggle to myself a little bit and smile because, man, chess is freaking awesome. I was like, dude, this game is wild. What is happening? I'm not gonna castle. He's not gonna castle. Things are hanging. All right, hello everyone. We are back with another game on the road to National Master here. This is round 2 of the Central Pennsylvania Championship. I am playing a fellow college student. We go to the same club at Shippensburg. It's Ben, and I have the pleasure of playing him in a game. And he had a big upset. He beat a 1750 in the first round, and now he's playing me. So I'm like, oh boy. This is gonna be fun, and I've played Ben a ton of casual games, and it's always been a fun time playing him. And yeah, with that being said, let's just hop right into it. So he plays d4, and we both develop our knights out, and he goes for g3. He likes going for these like Catalan type of stuff. He actually delays c4 sometimes. Sometimes he doesn't even play c4 at all. He just plays for fianchetto setup and just plays chess. So he doesn't really study openings that much, I know, but I play Ben a decent amount of time, so I know what he plays. So he plays g3, I play e6, and now he plays c4. So now it has officially transposed into a Catalan. We see this tension here, and one of the main ideas is that white temporarily gives up this pawn, and they plan to win it back later on, eventually. Ben finishes his fianchetto, so this is famously called the Catalan bishop because it's just a very strong on this diagonal, and by taking this pawn, I relinquish control of this diagonal a little bit. But I am a pawn, and a pawn is a pawn is a pawn is a pawn. I play c5, so I'm striking in the center, and just trying to open things up, put my knight behind my pawn, and this is the way I like to play against the Catalan. Ben plays bishop g5. It's definitely a bit unusual to commit your bishop to g5 so early, because like I really could just play h6 and win the bishop pair super quickly. And also like maybe I can go queen b6 to attack this weak b2 pawn. So it's definitely a bit weird to commit it out so early, but I don't think it's that bad or anything. I play knight c6, finishing development. Maybe I'll consider taking on d4 since I now have 1, 2, 3 attackers on that square, and he only has 1, 2 defenders on it. But he plays e3, defending it one more time. But now I play a queen b6, attacking this pawn. I really wanted to make queen a5 check work, because if knight c3, I have knight e4, attacking the bishop, attacking the knight. If he defends, I can probably just take, and I have the bishop pair. I have this nice dark square bishop, and he doesn't. But I don't think this position is that bad for him at all or anything like that. But definitely something I considered. Also, if knight d2, probably the same thing of knight e4. But the issue is queen d2, and I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I putting my queen on a5? I'm not sure why I'm doing this. So I play queen b6 instead, just targeting the b2 pawn. And yesterday, I played Ben in a casual game, and we had a very, very similar position as this. Very, very similar. Not the exact same, but pretty close. And he played b3, just fully giving me the pawn and letting me undouble my pawns. And I was like, I wonder if Ben... Oop, I dropped my mic. I wonder if Ben will do that again. I was like, that'd be pretty cool if he just gives me the pawn again, like that. So I was wondering if he would do it again, but he ended up not doing that. He ended up taking the knight. And from afar, I thought this wasn't possible because after queen takes, then after the knight moves, I take, and I'm just up a pawn. I'm up actually 2 pawns at this point. But then I realized that, wait a second, after queen takes b2, knight out, or after queen takes b2, he has the in-between move of taking the g7 pawn. So now if I take his rook, he takes my rook, and if you count the material, he's up a piece. He has 4 minor pieces. I have 3. And I was like, that's not good. And so, but then I realized after he takes, I take, and now after knight takes, I take on d4, and now I have 1, 2, 3 attackers on d4, and he only has 2 defenders. So so I was like, oh wait, this is actually not that bad, because even if rook here, I go here, and yeah, I don't think this is a bad position for me at all. My bishop's on this really nice diagonal, and life is pretty good. So after I take on b2, he goes knight here, so I take back, and now my bishop is not on this really nice diagonal. It's still on f8, so I definitely think it was a good idea to just develop your knight instead of taking on g7 and getting your pawn back immediately. But I am temporarily up 2 pawns. He takes one of my pawns, so I guess I'm only up 1 pawn now. But now I play knight or queen c3 check, and yeah, he cannot block with the queen because that hangs the rook and the knight. So he has to drop one of his knights back, and now he decides to drop this knight back to open up his bishop and simultaneously defend the other knight on c4. And I'm a simple man. I'm like, okay, this pawn can be taken, and I take the pawn. But this is already a very wacky position. Like, the center is opening up very quickly. The bishop has nice scope. My bishops haven't even moved yet. So definitely a little bit scary, but I felt pretty okay about it. He played rook c1, and I thought about doing a move like, queen b5 or... I don't think that's my only option. Queen b5, or the move I played in the game, which was queen d3. And queen d3 is a very good move because it cuts off the king from castling. And if bishop f1, I can just get my queen out immediately. And life is good. He's not castling. And I'm going to take on e3 and win and still be up 2 pawns at the bare minimum. And I have a pretty good position. But I lose my queen. The bishop guards the queen, or attacks the queen, and it's guarded by the knight, and the queen cannot go here because of this knight, and the queen is full boxed in. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. The queen is just trapped, like, in the middle of the board. He didn't play it, though. We both missed it. I'm very lucky. If Ben saw that move, bishop e4, trapping my queen, then he would have beaten a 1750 and an 1850 back-to-back games. And he probably would be playing a 2200 in round 3, which is wild. But he did not find it. Nice. Nice for me. Very nice for me. So he doesn't find it, and he moves his knight back. So he attacks my queen a different way. Instead of attacking my queen this way or this way, he attacks my queen with his knight. And this knight on b2, like, the knight is actually really dumb on the square. Like, this is the dumb square for the knight, because it doesn't have great mobility on b2, b7, g7, and g2. That's just a fun fact for you if you just didn't know. Another thing that this knight move does, it opens up his rook on to attack my knight. So let's say I did a lazy move like queen g6. Then you can play the move rook takes c6, because if I take back, then he forks me, and he's up a piece now. He sacrificed a rook to get my knight and rook, so he's up a piece, and that would be very, very bad for me. So after knight b2, I just go queen a6, defending my knight on c6, which seemed like a good defense. Yeah, I'm not sure what else he could have done here. I mean, other than bishop e4, of course. I guess bishop f1 he didn't like because it undevelops his bishop, which makes sense. So knight b2 makes a lot of sense if you don't see bishop e4. And yeah, I just defend my knight. He still can't castle. And it's absolutely craziness on this board, especially after his next move. He takes the knight. He gives up his really nice light squared bishop with the idea of going queen f3. And it's uh-oh SpaghettiOs moment, because I'm losing something. This pawn is hanging, and this pawn is hanging. And I couldn't help but giggle to myself a little bit and smile, because, man, chess is freaking awesome. I was like, dude, this game is wild. What is happening? I'm not gonna castle. He's not gonna castle. Things are hanging. His knights are weird. My bishops haven't moved. What's happening? And I really want to make bishop e7 work. Bishop e7 guards my f6 pawn from the queen. but it gives up my c6 pawn. But if he takes with the queen, then queen takes, rook takes, and bishop b7, and hey-oh, both these rooks are on the same diagonal, and I'm winning a rook. Which, but the issue is if he doesn't take with the queen and takes with the rook, it gets nasty. It gets nasty real quick. For example, queen takes a2, and I'm still up 2 pawns. I'm attacking the knight, and I can go queen a1 check to make the king move up. Well, then there's this crazy move. Rook takes e6, opening up an attack on the rook. And if I take, he takes. And if I take, then he takes. And I was like, what am I doing? and there's other options too. Like, for example, after I take and he takes, I could castle. And then I'm like, okay. And then he goes here maybe. Oh, but then I go here. But the thing is, the rook on h1 isn't hanging because the queen goes back. So I was like, okay. So am I winning? I was like, is this position good for me? I think
Did you flag?
I did not flag. But so I actually thought for a long time because I was trying to evaluate this, and I was like, I think this is good. I have the bishop pair. I have this outside passed pawn, and I could take here. So I was like, I think this is good for me. But I was like, I have no freaking clue what's happening. Like, he could do other moves. He doesn't have... Oh, not that move. He could do other moves, though. Like, I don't know. Like, he could even go, like, rook here. Attacking the queen. I don't think that's as good, though, because we just trade like this, and I still castle, and maybe he could castle, though. Oh, no, he can't. He can't still. Nice. So I'm not sure. What's happening there. I think it's still better for me, but it was really complicated, and I was thinking for a while. And I was like, what if I just do this? So now my bishop defends my pawn, and I'm preparing to open up the bishop and have nice scope here. So yeah, he takes this pawn. I go rook g8. And now if he just takes the pawn with his pawn, then it's equal material. Isn't that crazy? Like, it's equal material. We both have the same number of pawns. I have 2 bishops. He has 2 knights. Neither of us is going to castle. And this game is freaking awesome. And I'm like, wow, this is a crazy game. Chess is awesome. And yeah, I mean, I could go c5 in this position. Whoops. Let me see here. There you go. I go c5 in this position, open up my bishop. Here I go rook g1. I could take, but then he can go here, attacking my pawn. And if I go here, it's mate. And if I go here, it's still scary for me. What is my rook doing on the square? So I probably can't take, maybe, but then maybe I go here, and then maybe I take. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. This chess is hard. Also, I dropped my mic again. Wait, hold up. Okay. So yeah. But he definitely had to take with the pawn here if he was going to take at all. But the issue is he takes with the queen and loses immediately because I attack his queen with my pawn, which is defended by my bishop, and I attack his rook at the same time. And yeah, I'm up a rook. But call an ambulance, but not for me. F3, the bishop is trapped by the pawn, and this is still winning. It's winning for black. But if he can take this bishop on h1 immediately, it's not clear, and it's especially not clear because both of our kings are stuck in the center, and like this game is gonna keep going on. So it's not super easy here. I decide to get my bishop off the back rank and attack his queen, and I come up with a nasty idea. is absolutely beautiful. The idea is go bishop d6, and after the queen moves, I go rook d8. And the idea is, if he plays a natural move like knight c4, like knight b c4, it blocks the queen's vision on this diagonal. It attacks the bishop. It would be losing. That's a losing move because of rook g3. And if he takes, then I take. And if he goes here, then what do? I forgot. Oh, I go here. And the knight's pinned. Oh, wait, no, he takes here. Wait, what was I thinking? I was thinking something really cool. I think I go here, maybe. Rook here, though. I think maybe I just take on a2. I forgot what I was thinking. I swear it was really good, though. Anyways, I'm probably winning. Probably. Maybe. Definitely. And I also thought, like, okay, and if takes in between move, then I take here. And now if he takes, then I can just take. And yeah, I'm winning. So I was like, oh man, if he goes knight c4, also if this knight goes to c4, I mean, same exact thing with rook takes. And even if he goes check, I still go here, and there's nothing to worry about. And if he takes here, then this is just checkmate. Very soon, after like, wow, I actually thought it was checkmate, but I guess it's not checkmate. Huh. I should still be winning, probably. I'm up material still. I'm up 2 pawns, which is probably the least relevant 2 pawns I've ever seen in my life, especially since this bishop on h1 is still hanging. Anyway, so maybe my calculation was really dumb now that I'm looking at it now. But in the moment, I was super excited. I was super pumped. And then he played 94 and guards g3 an extra time. And it's nothing special. Then I can't sacrifice my pieces, I mean. So I was like, oh man, that's sad. But maybe Ben actually saved me, because apparently I was going to make a bad sacrifice. I go bishop e7, getting my bishop out of the eye of the knight, attacking the queen. And my idea was, if he goes like bishop queen c3 or something like that, well, now my bishop gets out and I'm up a whole rook and a pawn. So he goes queen f4 to keep guarding this f3 pawn. But now I go check, and I was really hoping to go king f2, because now I would sacrifice my rook, and if he takes, then I take, and I'm getting in, man. Like, I win. I take your whole house. I take all your money. I rob you of everything, and like, life is good. So I was hoping he would play king f2, and even if he doesn't take, like, let's say he goes back to g1, I'm just gonna take. And the thing is, in this position, I was thinking for so long, because I was thinking after check here, and takes, I thought his queen could check me on a8. I was worried about queen a8 check. And I was like, man, queen a8 check is really annoying. How am I going to deal with this? And then I was like, oh, wait, I'm so dumb. The queen goes to b8. And I was like, okay, never mind. So I actually thought for like 3 minutes, because I thought the queen could go to a8 check. But it cannot.
It's not even possible, man.
It's not even possible. Yeah, it's not even possible. So after, but I think he doesn't play king f2 though, which made me sad. He just played knight c3, blocking the check. But now I just play queen b4, attacking his queen and attacking the knight. So now I'm forcing him to do a queen trade. And wherever he moves his knight, let's say to e2, I get my bishop out, and I'm up a whole rook and a pawn, and I win the game. So that was my idea. I'm going to force him to do a queen trade, and there's nothing he can do about it, and I win. Chess is easy. Just kidding. No, it's not easy. But instead, so he doesn't want to do queen trade because he knows it's losing. He plays good knight c4. But now I play rook d3, and he can't defend his knight an additional time. If he goes queen e5 to defend his knight, well, now he loses the defense of the c4 knight, and life is good for me. So he goes queen e4 because everything's losing in this position and giving up his knight. So then he can go knight d6 check, and after I take, he can go queen c6 check with the hope that I go king f8, and he has another check. And if I go king g7, he has another check, picking up my rook here. And I'm still up a piece in this position, but hey, he's not getting checkmated. But after queen c6 check, I can go king e7, defend everything, and he's just down a lot of pieces here. And he goes king d1, and yeah, I just go rook b8, setting up a checkmate. He defends against the checkmate threat with his queen, but then I play rook b8 anyways because after queen takes, it's checkmate with the bishop. And it's crisscross applesauce. You're guns. You're dunzos. You're dunzos. There's nothing you can do. And yeah, this game was definitely messy. I got that bishop out of there, though. I got the bishop out. The bishop out of the corner. The last move. You know what? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. This bishop had a very simple mission. Go on the diagonal, eat the rook, live there in a tunnel forever, and then bam, be the checkmating piece. That was a hero's journey. That bishop was on a hero's journey there. So yeah. But I think I played pretty well. I'm happy with how I played, except I'm not. Except I'm not. I'm happy with everything, except I really should have seen bishop e4. There's no excuse for that. I really should have seen that.
Plus, this is also someone you play with regularly, so...
Yeah, this is someone I play with regularly, too. Yeah, so, yeah, this, yeah.
There could have been a slight idea of that and be like, no, that's a bad move. It's too good to be true.
Yeah, so, yeah, but I got lucky. I got lucky this game. I gave my opponent one huge chance to win. I mean, this whole game was one huge chance for everybody. Like, absolute pandemonium, man. Like, I have no idea what was going on. If he took with the pawn, it's absolute mayhem. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I can say it's beautiful one more time. It's beautiful. So, but yeah, I guess I got lucky that he been a blended queen, and yeah, I won the game, and I end the tournament with or not end the tournament, but I start the tournament with 2 out of 2, and in round 3, spoiler alert, I play a 2200. I play a FIDE Master actually. So, but yeah, I guess I'll leave it here. I'm gonna run game review. I will see you guys in the next one.